But the real star of the show isn't part of the gang. Jeremy Piven plays Vince's fast-talking, foul-mouthed Uber agent, Ari Gold.
Where's Mr. Cole's fucking office?
That way.
Jeremy Piven is the breakout star of Entourage.
Fuck you!
He's the character everyone loves to hate, but we all absolutely adore him.
Mike Hyers on line 3. Does it look like I'm here?
This is a character that burns really, really hot. And so it comes out in these moments, and I do destroy phones, I destroy computers, I get to fire people, scream, bark, yell, rip into things. My character is very much a type A personality that sometimes says the unsayable.
They drive that way in Tiananmen Square, bitch!
You know, he's kind of morally bankrupt. All that character is about is just making money, and he's just so awful that you kind of laugh at just how shameless this man can be.
Okay, people, cancel your lunches. We are going to close the Ivy today because no one is leaving this room until we score a big payday from my boy Vinny Chase. Who wants to be a hero? Liz.
David E. Kelly.
Ari wants Vince to be an international star and to command the kind of salaries that all the big shots get.
Television.
Lots of movie stars are doing TV now, Ari.
He's a type A wrecking ball, and he will crush you, rip your head off, and just, bark down your torso.
Get out. Seriously, get the fuck out. Don't even grab a bagel. Next.
But the real conflict in Series 1 is between Ari and E as they battle for control of Vince's career.
What were you doing back there? Back on the East Coast.
Managing an Italian restaurant.
There you go. Now, if I was opening a pizzeria, then you and I could work together.
Ari's role with E is very indicative of some of the relationships that go on in this town. A lot of times you'll have a young star who doesn't do a lot of their own reading. So they hire their best friend to be the manager. They do all the reading. So you've got kind of an aggressive big shot agent that has to sit down with a guy that just has been running a pizza shop.
Ari, don't blame me if you can't get your client to do what you want him to do.
I resent this. I don't have dinner with people like you. I don't do it. I don't do this. You think Hugh Jackman calls me up and goes, hey, all right, listen, love the script, but I got to run it past my pizza boy.
And now, suddenly, he's got to come face-to-face with him when he can't even get to his client, the movie star. So therein lies, I think, all the juicy confrontations of this show.
Ari, I'm telling you, you ever fucking talk to me like that again, I will slap that grin right off your face.
America gave Piven an Emmy. He gave America a new catchphrase.
One of the most tangible ways of measuring the impact that Entourage has had on American culture is that one of the catchphrases from the show became one of the most popular sayings of last year. Just like Paris Hilton made "That's Hot" happen, Entourage made "Let's Hug It Out" happen.
You want to hug it out?
No, not really.
Let's hug it out, bitch.
Actually, I believe it's "Let's Hug It Out, bitch."
Come here, let's hug it out, you little bitch. I love it.
Coming up, the real-life inspiration for Ari.
No, this guy exists. In fact, if anything, I'm kind of taking the ADD and slowing it down.
The fictional inspiration for Johnny.
I put a lot of Fonzie in him. He thinks he's cool. He's not as cool as the Fonz, of course, but he's trying.
And what happens when playing a star makes you a star.
The entire cast is white hot as a consequence of being in this show. It really is, life imitating art.
Already picked up for its 4th series in the States, HBO's Entourage has become a phenomenon in the cutthroat world of American TV.
Well, it's probably about the most brutal media and entertainment environment in the world, in the sense that episodes can be shot only 2 weeks in advance of them actually going on the TV, which means they can suddenly take the choice to cancel your show within 4 episodes. Memorably, Heather Graham's show earlier this year on ABC got cancelled after just 1 episode on air. That's how brutal it is here.
I knew after episode 3, season 1, that we were going to have a hit on our hands. The first 2 episodes, we were just feeling it out, but after episode 3, from there on, I knew it was going to be a big hit.
Great fucking night. And all of a sudden, it became the cool show to watch. It was this cult thing that first caught on with insiders, the industry people, all the agents were watching. So when you have the quote-unquote tastemakers watching, they talk to all their friends, and they kind of feel obligated to watch because they want to be inside on the joke and they don't want to be left behind. You know, the water cooler conversation is very important in America.
A sure sign of the show's success is the celebrity guest star.
I mean, the reason people want to do it is because it resonates with actors and actresses. They've been in meetings like that. They know what rejection feels like. They know how sweet it feels when a deal comes off.
They just offered me $4 million.
Holy shit, are you kidding me? It really nails something about Hollywood right on the head. It nails the lighter side and the funnier side of Hollywood. Obviously, I think we all know there's a darker side to there where not everybody has the success that Vincent Chase has. But listen, lots of shows have tried to nail down the Hollywood thing, and many have tried and many have failed. And for whatever reason, you know, we've been the little show that could. So.
But the show's success amongst the people it parodies has left some critics asking if it's a satire or a celebration.
I think what they're doing is they're saying, look at this superficial town. Look at all these people playing their games, and they're all based on looks and sex, and isn't it fantastic? I think that's what they're saying. You think they're going to say all of this poaching and backstabbing and superficiality? That's not the way to go. But right before they say that, they go, and don't you wish you were a part of it?
You know, I used to have this argument with HBO that we don't want to be a satire. Like The Player, which I think is one of the great movies of all time, is a satire. It's heightened, it's not real. This was an attempt, at least, to be 100% real, so I don't love the term satire with it, but Hollywood has really embraced it, you know. They get a kick out of it. I get calls from, you know, studio heads who tell me how much they like it, to agents who like, I don't understand how you know what we're talking about in our meetings.
So how spot on is Entourage? Take the character of Ari Gold. Surely no one could be like that. Or could they?
The character of Ari Gold in Entourage is based on Mark Wahlberg's own agent, Ari Emanuel, one of the more powerful agents in Los Angeles. He's with the firm Endeavor, and his portrayal is pretty spot on.
No, this guy exists. In fact, if anything, I'm kind of taking the ADD and slowing it down because this particular character that it's kind of based on is almost too quick for the camera.
Then there's the character of Johnny Drama, Vince's big brother, a tragicomic tour de force by Kevin Dillon.
Well, I'll fight for you. But I can't lie, it's not gonna be easy to get you back in the game.
You know, I thought about this character a lot before we did it, and I thought he would be a guy who's got a lot of pride.
I am the fucking game, pal.
He's not going to give in. He's going to keep fighting until he gets back on top.
There's this thing called the failed sibling phenomenon in Hollywood, where there will be one person that's really famous, and then all the other siblings not so much so. You look at the big Baldwin family, you look at all the Penns. Kevin Dillon probably has a lot to draw from, because for years he was in the shadow of his brother, Matt Dillon.
Kevin's not even close to Johnny Drama. He's had a successful career for 20 years, but Kevin really is so brilliant, and we knew it in the, you know, his first line in the pilot.
You see any parts for me?
And when Kevin did it, I was actually standing next to Mark Wahlberg, and we looked at each other like, the kid's heartbreaking.